Hi everyone, this is Max here. I hope you're all safe and sound at home. So today we're going to start our new book called Debate Pro Junior number 2. That's right. Are you ready to have fun? So I hope you have your books with you at home, and please prepare your pencils. We will also have some short conversation that I will talk about. And today's topic, what we're going to talk about is chores. That's right. More specifically, kids helping with chores. Now remember, ask yourself, what are chores? Can you give me an example? That's right. Chores is a daily routine. Every day you have your parents doing the laundry, washing the dishes, cleaning your room, and also cleaning the living room as well. Anything they could do, like taking out the trash, is a chore. Washing the dishes is a chore. So, how about you guys tell me about it? Do you guys do chores at home? So, now, we will talk about it, and let's go to the first page. Do you have to do chores at home? Now, when I was a kid, I didn't really do chores as much until maybe I was 14 years old. I had to clean my room. I had to make my bed. And even more, sometimes I had to do the dishes. But listen, it's rewarding. I would get money for it. Yeah, I would get pocket money, an allowance from my parents once a week when I get to do chores. So hey, maybe you could do that at home. Now, let's go to number 2. Well, ask yourself, do you have to do chores at home? I'm sure you have to. What chores do you have to help with? So like I mentioned before, you can clean the car, wash the dishes, sweep the floor, mop the floor, do your bedroom, and so many others. How often do you help your family with chores? Now, there's no such thing as a perfect childhood, and I'm 100% sure that once a week you might do some chores, like taking out the trash, as I am doing right now, or for example, any other kids at your school are doing. Let's introduce a topic and let's read together, okay? Ready? So, finger point, and let's look at it here. Most parents clean the house, cook meals, and wash the clothes. These are called chores. If children do chores, they can learn important life skills. That's right, when you do chores now, it will be much more beneficial for you in the future. For example, when you get to work to a company and you're doing a task at your desk, it will be much faster and effective because you've done chores when you were young. They can learn how to clean their house and cook food. Exactly. In the future, you might be a good cook and you'll love the cuisine and learn how to make and prepare more delicious food. However, now we have here the positive and supportive argument, for example, that support children doing chores. Now we have here, however, fewer parents these days ask their children to do chores. In the US, only 28% of parents make their children do chores. So now that's 28% in the United States. For example, children actually do chores. So give or take, that's 72% that they don't do chores. How about you guys in Korea? Do you guys do chores often? Let's go to the next one. Alright, so we're going to read this together. And the question is, should children help their parents do chores? So, like last time, let's read together. Are you ready? Every day, people must clean dishes, take out the garbage, and vacuum the house. Some parents make their children do these chores, but other parents think children should not do chores. Should parents make their kids help with chores? So what do we have here called? That's right. I'm gonna write it small. It's an introduction as in intro. So this tells you what we are going to talk about. And yes, the subject is obvious. We will talk about chores. But we will talk if chores is a good thing or a bad thing. Will help children be better and successful in the future. Now ask yourself these questions as throughout the essay I will read it and you could follow up. Alright? Now we have here the title here. Kids should do chores. For one, chores help children succeed. So that's the number one we will talk about. What is succeed? Succeed is someone who has, from the word derived from success, successful. If you do something that is good, you will succeed. You will become better. For one, always introduce with a conjunction. First of all, or first, so that wouldn't be for one. Here we have, that's a maybe a hard word, and the P is silent. So I'm gonna do like that, okay? Sa, so not pa. Psychologist Richard Ronde says that chores help children feel important in their family. So when you do chores, you feel you boost your self-esteem, meaning like confidence, and you feel really important as your role in the family. Doing chores provides. So what does it mean provides? To give. And it says here, emotional stability. What does it mean, emotional stability? So emotional stability is someone that can withstand hardship. Someone that can withstand difficult situation. If I'm doing a task, I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm gonna withstand my emotion, and I can say I can do it. This can help kids do better in school. If you do chores, it means technically you will do better on your test. You're not gonna be emotionally unstable, you will be emotionally stable. So emotional stability. This can help kids do better in school. It can also lead to career success when they become adults. That's right, the more you do chores, the more you'll be responsible. And we have, so this is the first topic here, and then we have the second one that will support the argument. Second, what else could we say to support? Second, doing chores teaches important life skills. Very good. I will talk about this one later. Doing chores lets kids practice housekeeping, another word. So housekeeping is someone that takes care of the house, just simply as maintaining the house, maintaining that it's clean. Children can learn how to cook, clean the house, and wash clothes. They will need these skills when they have their own houses as adults. So remember, so basically when you're doing more chores, it will be much more beneficial. You'll be more responsible. You will be ready when you encounter. So it means when you have a task in front of you, it will be much more easier than it is if you don't do your task, if you don't do your chores. The more you do chores, the more responsible it is. Now remember, this is the first argument and this is a debate. There's no right or wrong. It is a debate and we will check the other argument here. This is number one. Do you think this is a counter argument? No, it's not. That would be the counter argument that we will talk about. Very good. Kids should not do chores. So this is the second one here. So they should, here they shouldn't. Ask yourself, should you do chores at home or you shouldn't do chores at home? We can talk about it next week. First, another conjunction to start it here. First, children should focus on activities that will help them professionally. What is professionally? It means something like that is professional, that is formal and organized, neat and clean. In the future, so in the future, for example, all your teachers at school and at 영웅아카데미 here are actually professional. The way they dress, the way they talk, the way they process their jobs, it's very professional. Many parents today want their children to learn foreign languages, alright? I'm going to put this here. What is foreign languages? It means a language, second language or third language that isn't your mother tongue. Mother tongue would be your native language, which is Korean. Or to join academy club. Well, that's right. You're so busy these days. So ask yourself, how could you do all those chores? And you're actually really busy. If children do chores, they do not have time for these activities and become too tired to study. That's actually another good point. You're actually really busy and you have no time to do chores because you study, and especially in Korea. What time do you guys start? That's right, you start really early in the morning and then you finish, depending on your age, you finish late. Could you imagine a high schooler doing chores at home? Well, we'll talk about that later and find out. If children do chores, they do not have time for these activities and become too tired to study. This is why only 28% of parents in a survey, so what is a survey? I'm gonna write it here. What's a survey, guys? So a survey is basically you're collecting data. You're combining together data, information about a subject, about a topic. Write it on. So collecting data. Or data. We have two ways to say it. Data as well. You can say it. You can write here gathering. You can write concrete information. Just information. Sorry. Information. Good. About a topic. Remember that. Very important. So you want to see how in numbers. Let's say I have 30 students in a classroom. 20 students do chores at their home, and 10 students don't do chores at home. So what does that tell you? It tells you about 66% of students do chores and 33% of students don't do chores. That would be a survey. Let's continue. Make your children do chores. In addition, so you have another conjunction here, in addition to support. So remember, when you write a supportive argument, make sure that connects both sentences. In addition, children are not very good at doing chores. See, there you go. Chores anyway. Children take too long to do chores or to do them badly. It is better for the parents to do most of their work. So, there you have it. It's telling you that children aren't that good at doing chores, even though. So why should I do chores if I'm not that good at it? Well, let me tell you, practice makes perfect. The more you practice doing chores, the better the more you'll be better at doing it. Let me erase that. Alright, so now we have read together. We will answer questions and then some vocabulary check questions, and then we will do some comprehension together. Are you ready? Choose the correct word to complete the following sentences. So what word is here? Succeed. Correct. Remember, derives from success. Stability. How about that one? Stability is something that is stable. Balance. Stability. What about professionally? Someone that is professional. Someone that is formal. Someone who is well talkative. Someone who dresses very well as well. Someone who wears a suit, for example, is a person who is professional. Housekeeping. Housekeeping is someone that maintains the home clean. And that one's easy. It's emotional. So a person that is emotional, has emotions. It could be good or bad. Alright. Family is important for a child's development. What could that be? That's right. Emotional. Number 2. If you want a clean home, you need good skills. What would be that one? What would that be? Correct. Housekeeping. Every time I read housekeeping, it reminds me of the hotel. Alright, housekeeping. His number 3, his job gave him economic, that's right, let's write it down, stability. Stability. What is stability again? So economic stability. So we're talking about money. It means that a person who is financially secure, someone who is stable in terms of financially. So when you have a job, you're economically stable, so you're financially stable. All right. By working hard, so if you work hard, you will someday. So remember what I said. The more you do things, at doing chores, the more you will succeed. Very good. All right. Number 5. He plays the piano and makes a lot of money. So ask yourself a question. Is Max teacher here, is he professional? Certainly is. Now it would be the same thing with someone who plays the piano. Alright, so without further ado, professionally. Alright, that should be it. So I will erase that one. We will talk more about it in the next class. Very good. Alright, so let's do some comprehension questions. Are you ready? Number 1. How do chores help children do better in school? Do you think they let children have emotional stability, or they help students focus on their homework? Let's check it together. So which one would that be? Get ready my question here. So I'll let you time to go with it. And which one would that be? So that would be it. Yes, correct. They let children have emotional stability. And it would be that one or that one? That's right. Number 2. Why do children need to learn housekeeping skills? I'll let you a few seconds to find it out. Is it because not all parents do housekeeping for their children? Or because they will have their own houses when they grow up? That's right. It would be that one. Because they will have their own houses when they grow up. Number 3. How can doing chores hurt children academically? Children will forget to play outside with their friends, or children will not have enough time or energy to study. What do you think that would be? Number 1 or 2? I'll let you a few 2 seconds to find it. That's right. Very good. And that will be done. Children will not have enough time or energy to study. Number 4. Why is it better for parents to do chores instead of children? Which one would that be? Because parents can do chores better and more quickly than children, or because parents do not have to spend time explaining how to do the chores. And it would be that one or that one? I'll let you a few seconds to do it. So let's say I put number 1, because parents can do chores better and more quickly than children, or because parents do not have to spend time explaining how to do the chores. That's right. It'll be that one. Very good. All right. When you debate, you need to build clear arguments. First, you must choose good supporting arguments. So remember, that would always be the second. You have the main and then your supportive argument for your main argument. Then you must make supporting examples. That's right. Every time you actually have an argument, which is the main one, you have a supportive argument, make sure you have clear examples to support it. All right? Finally, you need to explain why your opponent's arguments are wrong. So when it's wrong, it would be a counter argument. We've done it so many times. Let's do it one more time together online, all right? So, number 1, which sentence best summarizes the main argument in favor of making children do chores? Which one would that be? A, B, or C? So remember, that would be to best summarizes the main argument. That's right, you got it. It would be A. Children also have to keep their homes clean. So it means that the argument is in favor for children to do chores. Alright. Which sentence is a supporting argument for the main argument you chose? So, which one would that be? Is it A, most chores are too difficult or too dangerous for children to do? Children should not expect their parents to do all the chores, or one popular hobby is doing housework. That's right. And we're gonna do right. B. Children have more free time than parents, so they should do all their housework. Number 4. Which sentence is the... Oh, I skipped number 2 here. I didn't see that one. So, okay, let's do one more time. So, which sentence is the supporting argument for the main argument you chose? most chores are too difficult or too dangerous for children to do. Children should not expect their parents to do all the chores. Or one popular hobby is doing housework chores. That would be, yes, B. And then number 3, as I mentioned before, that would actually be A. Which sentence is the best counter-argument against the opposite team? That's right. It would be children do not have to do the chores. Not have to do the chores until they live alone as adults. When they live alone when adults, that's when they can only do the chores, and not when they're a student or when they're young. Therefore, they do not have to, and it is a counter argument. However, those ones here are in favor of a supportive argument. Good. Alrighty. We've done it a few times here. We'll go with the first one. Children should help their parents do chores. I'm sure that kids should do chores. To me, kids need to help do chores. Kids share their home with their parents and are part of the family. Remember, I mentioned that when you do chores, it feels that you are important and you are actually part of the family. So, it is only fair that they help their parents keep the house clean. Every day, guys, clean your room. I promise you it will be rewarding, and you'll always help your parents. When kids make a mess, so what does it mean, mess? Mess is something messy that is like dirty or all over the place. If you have toys and you put them on the floor, on the ground, and you have games as well, it's not clean, so it is a mess. They should be responsible and clean it up. Children will feel proud of their work and will do more to keep the house clean. That's right. Cindy believes that children should be, what could we write here? Should be do, is it doing? Very good. Should be doing chores. And work to keep the house, what could be here? That's right, clean. Alright. Give you a couple seconds to do it. Good. Doing chores and... Alright, let's go to number 2. That's not what I think. Oh! So we have the opponent here. Remember what is opponent? The other side. That's not what I think. Kids don't need to do chores. Kids should not do chores. And here's why. So that is a good start, and it will explain why, the reason behind it. Parents' jobs are to take care of their kids. This means they should give them food, so basic needs. Food, clothes, and a clean place to live. In other words, you have another conjunction here. Parents must be in charge of doing chores. So that means that parents work, and they also should work at home by doing chores and provide their kids with basic needs such as food, shelter, that is a place to live, and clothes. Children need to focus on their schoolwork. Do you guys think you're always busy? Well, I'm sure nowadays with the corona, you guys have plenty of time to help around the house and making friends. These are more important than doing chores. So let's see what is Evan saying. Evan says that it's parents to do chores while kids need to focus on their... Give you a few seconds to do it. That's right. So it's parents' jobs to do chores while kids need to focus on their schoolwork. Schoolwork. and as well making friends, I'm just gonna write under schoolwork. But you can also write and making friends. Alright? Let's go to the next page. Alright, so this is something easy you could do at home. And I'm just gonna, we'll do it together, no problem. Number one, so choose the two correct supporting argument and for each main argument and write them. So number one, knowing how to do chores is an important life skills. So where would you put it? Kids, so we're gonna focus on kids should do chores. Which one would that be? That's right. We're gonna write it down. So it would be, I'm just gonna put an arrow here. Knowing how to do chores is an important life skill. Number two, that's right. Most children cannot do a good job when they do chores. Good? Alright, let's go to another one. So here we have kids should not do chores. So that one would be, so I'll write it down since it's an opposite. Children should spend their free time playing games instead. Instead of doing chores. Number two, children need to do to be responsible. So children you guys can complete it at home, alright? So if you haven't done it, I will let you do this as your homework as well. Alright. Now we have here, children should help their parents do chores. What are your arguments? So that's something we're gonna go ahead and do next week as a debate, okay? So get your, next week, be prepared to study more about it, and we'll talk about it next week. There would be a homework for you as well, so I want you to write down, are you against chores or are you for chores? So we have agree, and you have here disagreement, so you disagree. So let me hear about it next week, okay? Alright. Now, we have here the final debate. So let's say, for example, I chose that one. Children should help their parents do chores. Do you agree or disagree? That's right. There's no right or wrong answer. It's what you agree or what you disagree. I'm going to put I agree. Now, my opinion is that children should help their parents do chores. What are my arguments? So, to support the main one. My first reason is doing chores. Doing chores will benefit children. Put that here. Children in the future. and to become more responsible. You could write. Doing chore will benefit children, or you can write that down here, to be responsible. That's good. So remember, that would be for me. So what I mean is, when they encounter a task, they will be responsible. So remember, this is mine. You could write otherwise depending if you agreed or disagreed. And again, this is something we will do again the next class, okay? So that would be something you will write at home. What is your counter argument? Or what does your team have mentioned about either do you agree or disagree about the subject? Alright, this is it for today. Please do your homework. I want you to complete this page here and make sure you also do your workbook at home. Alright, and I will see you next week and we will do a debate together. Very good. Thank you again, and I wish you a great day, and don't forget to subscribe.